Hello everybody, welcome back to my Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Azata playthrough. We're going to go to... We've pretty much done everything now in the main map except for finishing off the logistics and military and then going to Threshold. But before we do that, I think now is a good time to try out the DLC. So we're going to go to Kenabres for a festival with the commander. Yeah, that's Viruleth's forward outpost. Been looking forward to this. Oh. Oh. There's a ravaged campsite down there, is there? Might as well check that out on the way. We've got no cause for... We just need to wait and recruit as much as we can. Other than that, there's no... Yeah, evade the enemies. Travelling merchant? Is this the skeleton guy? I thought he only appeared further into the world wound. We'll check it out though. Oh no, it's the skeleton guy. Hunter's stuff. Yeah, personal protection equipment, sure. Show me your wares. Do you have any ingredients? No, of course you don't. I just want phoenix feathers. Oh. I mean, these are pretty good, but we don't really need them. Killing pace. This +5 speed composite longbow allows its wielder to add half its rank in mobility as a competence bonus to damage on a successful hit. What's a Richelle's mobility like? That might be incredible. Why not? It's not like we're short on cash at the moment, is it? Just dump some of the extra stuff. We don't need all these standard just scimitar +2s and things like that. We don't need them. Deal. Take some of this money off my hands. Arushale, your mobility is really good. So in that case, yeah, that's better than this bow as well. I mean, the effect of that bow is pretty good, but I don't think it's better than what we just picked up. Killing pace, there you go. This does more damage and it adds the bonus. You can carry both, because maybe the effect of that bow would be worth having, but killing pace sounds like an upgrade to me. Oh, how have I not changed your belt, Arushale? I've not changed that in ages. Take the belt of physical perfection. And that's just better than the belt of physical flow anyway, so might as well take that. Ring of Guiding Star is good. Is there any better? But his back rank assistant +2 insight bonus on attack and damage rolls is nice, but maybe back rank assistance would be better. You can just take these boots too. Why not? Are there any non-lesser braces of archery? We've never found any of those. Oh, we've definitely got a better headband than that. Or do we not? Okay, I've definitely given a party member a better headband than just a Charisma +4 headband, so I'll make sure to remember to switch those at some point. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Can't get distracted by inventory. Although... yeah, no, it's fine. It's all good. Area exit. We'll rest before going in, seeing as we're all fatigued.
I used to see you preaching in the square, Ember. Didn't your past teach you to be wary of crowds? Fanatics are dangerous whether they're taking up arms against you or hanging on your every word.
I didn't preach, I just talked. And I didn't see any fanatics there, just good people. Why would they want to hurt me?
You're saying that after a bunch of your followers kidnapped you at one point, but... never change. Okay, let's enter Kenabres. I'm curious to see how expansive this DLC is. Like, as in, like, what location? Does it involve multiple locations? Let's travel to the old city gates. I don't know what these law religion checks are. It says it's a success, but what's it as success or failure in? I have no idea. It's fun to come back to Kenabres, where it all began. I still think this game's first act is one of the strongest in a game like this, because the whole just destroyed city vibe. Very nice. Hello, citizen. You have such an incredible costume. Did you make it yourself? Yes. Totally a costume, not legit wings. Hey, Ivy. Do you think the festival will have cake castles? Of course it will. Hey Trevor, how you doing? Too loud, too crowded. It's hard to breathe. Didn't she say something? Lassie, spare a moment for an old woman. Come see my kittens, such affectionate little things. Okay.
Come closer, don't be shy. Look at these pretty little cats. They make great companions, and they'll bring you good luck. Well, well, it seems like that one's taken quite a shine to you. I'm not surprised. You do look mighty fine in that costume of yours, lassie. So what do you say? Would you like to have one of these little beauties?
I mean, it's possible they just used the same voice actress, but that you sound like a really Vorlesh. I'm wondering why this nice old lady is voiced, and you sound a lot like a really Vorlesh. So I'm suspicious of you already, nice old lady. Who are
I'm
you?
just an old woman who lives on the outskirts of the city. The demons destroyed everything I had except my barn, and the cat inside it. My cat has always brought me good luck. She's the reason my barn's still standing. Pity she decided to hide in the barn instead of my house. Oh, there I go, prattling on about myself. Anyway, my cat had kittens a few months ago. I'm looking to find a good home for them. They're good luck, just like their mother. You should take one. You won't regret it.
Let's examine the cat more closely. Although the cat looks completely ordinary, you detect faint traces of magic.
Well, what do you think? I'm telling you, my cat's lucky, and so are her little ones. It runs in the family. You should take one, lassie. You won't regret it.
The old woman gives you a toothless smile. How much for the cat?
Oh, no need for money. I'm just happy he's found a good home.
Okay, I'll take it. But I'm suspicious.
Oh, how nice. I'm sure you'll be very happy together. Don't forget to feed him, and make sure to pet him often. He likes that.
Hello, cat. Meow. Yeah. Standard cat noise. The post has information on all the stalls in the market. It seems that there is a fair to the right of the main road. You have such an incredible costume. Did you make it yourself? What's this then? Just look at yourselves. None of you looks even remotely like her. What? Just look at my armour. That's not armour, it's junk. And that goes for both of you. Now my armour is something to behold. I'm the only one who looks like her. Are you dressing up as me? Oh, I guess they are dressing up as me, and that's why everyone loves my costume so much. Hey, Greyball. Festive bustle is a great cover for a covert assassin. For a covert assassination. What does he say? Unfortunately, I have no contracts for today. Should we hang up this festival flag? It has an unusual symbol. Each Holland bees.
My sweet bees, which flag should we put up on display? These colorful ones, or the ones with the symbols? And if the latter, which symbol should we choose? Oh, merciful son of Kalish, it is so hard to decide.
An Ored woman sorts through a large pile of flags with great enthusiasm. She seems completely oblivious to your presence.
Wait, my dear Eco. May your day be filled with peace and light, my friend.
An Ored man bows to you reverently.
Oh, I did not see you. Pardon me, most esteemed one.
Who are you?
I am called Vise. This fiery spark here with me is Ekel. We traveled here from the sunlit lands of Kalish. We wish to help the people here.
They say the demons will soon be defeated, and the world wound will finally be closed. The great commander will be victorious.
The commander, my dear Ekel.
I prefer Commencer.
Oh, of course. Pardon me. The commander will defeat the demons, and we will assist in other ways.
How long have you been here?
We've been here for 2 days, esteemed one. We arrived right before the festivities started. We wanted to help, and immediately found an opportunity.
It takes a lot of work to throw a big celebration. Where we're from, they're always looking for volunteers to help with festivals. Thankfully, Nerosian is the same. We were able to start helping right away.
My sweet Vise, we are in Kenabres. Nerosian is to the south. We traveled past it on our way here.
So it's pronounced... So the BH is a kind of a V sound.
I'm all mixed up
Interesting.
again. My head is an empty vessel.
How do you intend to help?
We're happy to help in any way we can.
Exactly! If anyone needs 2 extra sets of hands, we'll be there. Today, we are hanging up flags. And tomorrow, we're building barracks.
Barricades, my lovely Eagle.
Yes, those 2.
Kalesh is far away. You came all this way just to offer your help?
Yes, indeed. We sailed from across the seas, walked and rode for many months. All because we wanted to come here.
We do not regret our long journey. The world is changing. This is an important moment in history, and we want to witness it firsthand.
What are you doing?
We are putting up decorations for the festival.
The flags of Kenabres have already been raised throughout the city, but we still have plenty of poles and a lot of interesting flags left over. We can't decide which ones we should hang up.
Maybe you could help us, esteemed one. What would the locals like? Some of the flags are colorful but plain. Others have symbols on them. This one, for example, has a beer mug. And there's a really strange one over there.
Ecole points to a barrier bearing your standard. The city is hosting a... So we could go the one with our standard. It makes sense to have her banner on display. I mean, we're going to go for the beer mug one, obviously. Choose the flag with the beer mug. Use this one.
I don't know. That flag looks like it belongs in a bazaar. It feels a little out of place here. But I trust you, esteemed one.
Well, it's a festival, isn't it? People will be drinking.
I wouldn't mind some cold ale.
We've already talked about this, my sweet bees. We agreed you would only drink ale once a month.
Indeed, my strict dear Eagle. And so, with your blessing, I shall have next month's mug of ale tonight to celebrate.
It starts that way, V's. But then next month you'll have the future month's mug of beer, and then that'll never be caught up. Yeah, I want to encourage festivities. Oh, they've got a beer on tap. Is it free? I hope so. Maybe that's what the flag means. Oh no, I never realised it would imply free beer. I don't know if that's true. Wait, where's the beer? Hey, Woljif. What? Oh, it's nothing. Doesn't seem like nothing, Woljif. So there's a locked gate there. I could try opening it, but I want to look around a bit more first. You have inspected every item, checked every document, and you still won't let me into the city? Your paperwork is in order, and so is your merchandise. You still haven't answered all my questions, though. Hey, buddy, we've kept that poor merchant here for ages. Just let him through already. Picture this. The soldier refused to let this poor soul enter the city for over an hour now. He's just a regular merchant, if you ask me. I've brought the finest goods from Avestan with me here today. Come find me in the square. I'm sure this guard will let me through soon. Oh, it's kind of sealed off, isn't it? Hello, Regill. What are they called? Forget-me-nots? Can flowers forget? Oh. Don't know why it's brought me into a shopping menu, but... I will buy all your ingredients. They got phoenix feathers. Amazing. Worth it already. Holy water. Oh, it's a flask. We already know onion soup. Deal. Please take a look. Don't be shy. Okay, so it just sort of auto-triggered that. This market's not bad. I think I'll buy something. You're all good people. You have goodness in your hearts, even if you try to hide it deep inside. Poor kid. The war's really taken a toll on her. Ember, you never take a break from street preaching, do you? People here are so nice and friendly. How you doing, Regill? And you call yourselves soldiers? Bunch of rabble. Us? No way. Yeah, Regill's not the festival type, I don't think. Guard's key. Okay, I guess that can get us through that gate over there, then. Anything else around here? Doesn't seem like it. What about over this way?
This magic comes from the impossible kingdoms far away. For the right price in gold, I will show you the most important moments in the commander's life. Witness her triumphs and tribulations firsthand.
A man's booming voice nearby draws your attention. His strange accent has attracted a group of curious onlookers. Tell me about the impossible kingdoms.
I hear. The audience wishes to learn of distant lands. I'm always happy to oblige.
The sorcerer puts a hand to his ear as though listening.
In the impossible kingdoms, a huge city of machines arose between the realm of the dead and the nation of arrogant mages. The dead rule as if they were alive. Metal machines soar through the skies, and the mightiest mages break the rules of the universe with their spells. Oh, but this is nothing. The gleaming pearl of the impossible kingdoms is my homeland, the great nation of Jalmaray, standing proudly to the east. It is a land of poetry, where the winds whisper stories in your ear. The waterfalls flow upside down, and the stars themselves descend from the heavens at night.
I think we've heard of Jalmeri before.
I could spend hours talking about the great impossible kingdoms, but today I'm here to show you the magical mysteries of those wondrous lands.
Show me how the commander became who she is today.
A wonderful choice. It was in this moment hope was born.
The sorcerer murmurs a strange incantation. Oh? Let's go. Is this me being knighted by Queen Galfrey? Hey, Nenio. These reenactments are necessary to help the common folk remember important events from the past. I don't need them, however, because I already remember everything that matters. Selective metamagic rod.
Stop that at once! What are you up to, mister?
A group of grim-looking guards eye the sorcerer with suspicion.
We've received complaints from some concerned citizens that your illusions might be more than just illusions, if you take my meaning. They think these ghosts of yours are alive. Well, not alive. They're ghosts, so I suppose they're dead. Anyway, they suspect you're a Necoma... that you're raising the dead.
What? No, sir. No, I would never practice forbidden magic. This is no necromancy, I swear. It is nothing more than harmless magic tricks from my homeland in the impossible kingdoms.
What about the possible kingdoms? Do they have magic tricks too? The Inquisitors will decide whether your magic is harmless or not. Come on, let's take you to them.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to get in. This guy can do his performance if you want. This magic has nothing to do with necromancy.
And how would you know that, Mom?
Oh, we've passed a knowledge check. You may not have noticed, but all of his conjured apparitions have a slight shimmer to their appearance. This phenomenon is called a mirage residue, and only happens when you're dealing with illusions. Necromantic magic does not produce such an effect.
Huh. You sure do know a lot about this stuff. I guess we were wrong to bother you, Mr. Wizard. You can continue your magic show.
My savior, you have my gratitude. Thank you for defending me from those sick-headed buffoons.
No trouble, mate. I wonder if this whole DLC is going to be voiced then.
See more. Witness another great event in the commander's life for the meager sum of 150 shiny coins.
I want to see the commander's assault on
The
Dresden.
unbelievable moment of triumph. Right away!
The sorcerer traces strange magic symbols in the air with his fingers. Yes, I kicked all the demons in the shin. Or in the groin. That's how it went down. Yeah! Spot on. That's exactly how it went down. Oh, Daeran's in the middle.
Careful now.
Nice. Oh, examine. Inscriptions, illusions from faraway lands. Witness the commander lead the crusades with your very own eyes. That's what we just did, isn't it? This is nice. I wonder how it's all going to go wrong. That was really worth it, going all the way back round for a horseshoe. The carts blocking the street contain the usual necessities for a festival. Crates of food, booze, and decorations. You better have beer on tap or people are going to start getting upset. Is this what the guard key opens? Yeah, there you go. Were you trying to break into here, Woljif? What's going on here? Huh? I'm a guarding. Hit. Oh, okay, they're not dead. They're just drunk. The target is riddled with arrows.
That's easy.
Be a funny twist if it's like all the cat noises it's making are actually just obviously a person saying them, but your character can't acknowledge that. It's like, yes, this is how cats sound. They just sound like a man going purr. People here are happy and content, as if there is no war. How you doing, Daeran? Don't tell me you're actually planning to wait in line. As you walk past the line of townsfolk, you are met with angry glares and loud grumbles of discontent. These people do not realize you are the real commander, and they are not about to let some unknown person in a fancy costume bypass their place in line. I guess we are going to wait in line. Boy's mother. You have oh, just the same thing as before. And the boy can't say anything. Musicians from all over Everstan have come here to Kenabres. Let's go see. We might as well do all the performances here. I want to see what they're like.
You wish to see more? Witness another great event in the commander's life for the meager sum of 150 shiny coins.
How did the commander end up in the abyss?
It's a dangerous descent. A bitter journey. I can show you this too.
The sorcerer closes his eyes and his mouth moves almost imperceptibly. I'm curious how this would look on different mythic paths. Because like being an Azata or an angel or a good aligned, is this just us being tempted by succubi? Oh, and they're going to stab us. Oh no. This is silly. I like it. It's like that game where you turn around and you can only move forward if the person's not looking. And then we wave them to death. Yep, that's exactly how Act 4 went. It wasn't any different than that. Oh, we can't talk to him anymore. Guess because we exhausted his options.
Precisely.
That's fine. Okay, let's go in line. A long line of people stands between you and the entrance to the market square, blocking your view of the gates. Once you join the waiting crowd, you will not be able to leave without losing your place in line. Join the line. The gathered crowds are dressed in an assortment of vibrant costumes. Some of the outfits are clearly custom made, the work of skilled artisans and tailors. Others look like they have been hastily cobbled together at the last minute, yet all of them bear a striking resemblance to the attire worn by you and your companions. So yeah, like if we were doing this on the Lich mythic path, would everyone be dressed like a Lich, or would they kind of be some acknowledgement that we're doing something more evil, or the demon path even? What's it like with the swarm that walks? Is it even available? Do we just walk in and consume the whole festival? I'm curious.
Mommy, look! Another person dressed up as the commander! Mommy, look!
The others in line are too busy chatting about their costumes to notice you at first. However, you soon catch the attention of a little boy nearby. He stares at you as he wipes his snotty nose on his sleeve. He is not wearing a costume, but he tugs on the cloak of a woman standing next to him. Dressed up as? I'm the real commander.
Mommy! She's not a fake commander! She's the real commander! Mommy!
What do you want now? Oh my! Look at you! I must know, where did you get that costume, ma'am?
The boy's mother finally turns around. Her cheap costume is a poor imitation of your own apparel, and when she notices you, she stops and stares, all thoughts of her child suddenly forgotten. Others begin to take notice. Some praise your costume, while others argue that you look nothing like the commander. You hear jokes and laughter and catch snippets of nearby conversations. Everyone is talking about you. You could push your way past the line of people. We're not going to do that. Oh, we'll do the Azata Mythic Path option for sure. Sing the Song of Elysium. If we must wait in line, let's have a good time. Now that might prove my point. You sing a charming tune, and the faces of the townsfolk light up with happiness. They smile and begin to sing along to the Song of Elysium. The townsfolk stare at you in awe. Some of them take up the cry, the commander is here! Even the guards standing near the city walls whisper among themselves and point in your direction. You have certainly made your presence known.
Welcome!
A tall man in colourful clothes, face hidden behind a mask, greets you with a polite bow.
As I live and breathe, it's the Knight Commander. It is a great honor for Kenabres to receive you. If it weren't for you, there would be no city and no celebration.
Who are you?
Just a humble city herald. I'm acting as the master of ceremonies for the festival. If you wish to have fun, consider it done.
What a terrible rhyme.
Well, then less rhyme and more reason. I hope you'll enjoy my organizational skills more than my poetry.
What is that mask?
Oh, this? An ordinary carnival mask. Plenty of those around. This is a masquerade, after all. The guests and the host are all wearing costumes.
I don't know, that looks pretty ornate to be just a casual mask. You look like you're a god in a cult. Thank you for the invitation. I'm not even going to try to bluff, because we've got such terrible charisma.
Have a good time.
Have fun at the festival, speak with your companions. Absolutely. Is this going to be a repeat of the opening? Discari just hops over the wall the minute we interact with two things. I'm sure something will happen during the festival. There'll be an attack or something. Oh. What nice vibes. A Grandmaster Aid. Speak with Ivu. Okay, so I guess there is different stuff going on depending on your path. The inscription reads, in memory of those who lost their lives when Discari attacked our city. The mark left by Discari's scythe will remind the townsfolk of the tragedy for a long time to come. We've done a good job sealing the massive crack through the city, though. Sure, let's do the darts competition. Throw a dart at the target. Left, aim further to the left. Oh, got it, bullseye. I thought we missed. I didn't see that one there. Oh, what about 100 paces? Can you do it? Where's Ivu? Oh, she's over there.
Success.
Oh, it's just a repeat of the same thing. I thought we'd maybe be able to actually try it at 100 paces. Hey, Ruchelet.
What a beautiful celebration. So many people.
Ruchelet smiles happily as she looks around. Yes, it's a wonderful festival.
Just think, all these people are here to celebrate your achievements. It is amazing how all these people have come together to celebrate you, the Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade. The citizens of Kenabres have decorated the city and organized the festivities. They've even dressed up like us. You know, I'd really like to join them. I want to walk among the crowds as if I were an ordinary person and not the commander's demon companion.
Why are you over here by yourself?
I might not be a demon anymore, but the townsfolk won't be able to tell the difference. They might be frightened of my appearance. No, it's better if I keep to myself.
Why don't you go talk to some of the townsfolk?
That would be wonderful. But I'm worried someone will recognize me. They might think I'm a demon who has come to attack the city. Or worse, they might see my succubus form and desire all the temptations I once offered to mortals. That would be terrible. I feel sick just thinking about it.
There are so many people here dressed as you. No one will know you're actually a Ruchelet. Everyone will think you're just wearing a costume.
You're probably right. But to be honest, I'm still afraid that someone will recognize me. If the townsfolk realize that a real demon has infiltrated their festival, something terrible could happen.
You haven't infiltrated, you were invited, Ruchelet.
Do you think I should risk talking to them?
You could spend time with our companions. Yes, I think you should. I don't know. What do you think? I'm not sure it's a good idea. One of the top two. I think it'd be good for you to... You like talking to people, though. You've said that before. So, yeah, I think you should.
If you're sure, I guess I can try. But I'll need your help. Look at how much fun the townsfolk are having. They're all dressed up in marvelous costumes, talking and laughing together. They seem so happy. Their smiles get wider, and their laughter grows louder with each person they meet. I want to talk to them, but I don't know how. What if I say something silly and everyone leaves? Will you stay and help me? I'd feel so much better with you by my side.
How can I help?
Could you help me find a conversation to join? And then just be there for me? It's really hard for me to talk to others. I never know what to say.
Sure. I'll spend some time in the crowds and call you over if I overhear any interesting conversations.
Thank you. I'll keep watch from here.
Ruchelet is curious about the townsfolk who have come to the festival.
What's that glitter?
Girl. Oh, I'm just going for a stroll. Ooh, some gloves. A Ruchelet in quotations. A glorious festival. No demon is going to ruin this celebration.
The city guard and the soldiers of the Eagle Watch are loitering about aimlessly. I am ashamed to witness such gross incompetence. Yours as a captain, first and foremost.
Regill, don't be a buzzkill.
Again, my lord, the Eagle Watch has prepared carefully for today. If the behavior of my soldiers appears frivolous, I can assure you that it is only a facade. It is our job to keep the people of this city safe, and we take our duty seriously.
Commander, you are just in time.
Regill acknowledges your arrival, though his cold gaze does not leave the captain.
Commander, Captain Gong Tuk of the Eagle Watch, at your service.
The captain stands to attention and salutes you. What's going on here?
I was informing the captain that he has been negligent in his duties. Based on my observations, the city guard is not adequately prepared for the possibility of an enemy attack, and neither is the Eagle Watch.
I mean, you're probably not wrong. but still, don't be a buzzkill.
That is not true. I can speak only for the Watch, but I assure you, we have taken every precaution to ensure the city's safety.
I mean, we're here, aren't we, Regill? That's probably the safest the city could be at this point.
The city guard and soldiers of the Eagle Watch have been stationed throughout the city at random. The patrols move through the streets with no discernible purpose. The chasm in the square has been hastily cobbled over with planks. The area near the stage is unprotected and vulnerable to attack. I could go on.
Is this really important right now, Regill?
Undoubtedly.
Regill's left eyebrow twitches slightly, though his face quickly returns to its usual impassive expression. The people are having fun and there are plenty of guards in the city. Isn't that enough?
No, it is not enough. I'm surprised you need the reminder. This kind of attitude is precisely the reason why the city was attacked last time.
Oh, you're getting angry, aren't you, Regill?
We learned our lesson from the demonic invasion. This is why we offered to help the city guard ensure the safety of the townsfolk. We have developed a number of discreet but effective strategies for security.
You will have to be more specific, Captain. I want an explanation, not excuses.
Well, would you like to explain yourself, Captain?
I very much would, Commander. Thank you. During the preparations for the festival, it was decided the Eagle Watch would be put in charge of security. We planned for every possible scenario. The guards went into great detail about the problems they faced during the demon attack, and we have worked hard to address those issues. The placement of our soldiers throughout the city is intentional. Their positioning is all part of a larger strategy. I could go on at length about the preparations we've made for the festival and how our approach differs from that of the city guard. I could even give you a tour, but why don't you inspect our sentry posts and talk to the soldiers yourself? I am certain they will allay your concerns. They can show you everything we've done to make sure the city is safe and secure during today's festivities. Here, take this chevron. Fasten it to your armor, and my soldiers will know I've sent you.
The captain hands Regill a small piece of cloth bearing the insignia of the Eagle Watch. What do you say, Regill?
A tempting proposition. I will accept your offer. Are you with me, Commander?
Regill does not answer right away, but stares at the captain for a long, excruciating moment. This sounds like an excellent idea to me.
In that case, I will not detain you any longer.
Commander, I would like to inspect the chasm first, followed by the gate and then the stage. We should get started.
They managed to cover over the damage done by Dascari's scythe, but the fissure is still there. We should take a closer look. Okay, Regill. EBU. I'm sorry, but I can't open the gate. A crowd of that size would trample us. The rest of the festival too. You'll have to wait until the evening. You hear the enthusiastic shouts of the crowd outside. It would be unwise to open the gate at this time. Sure thing. I wouldn't trust these peddlers. They charge way more than they should. Sure, we're loaded though, so. Or do we have a? I don't think we have a scrolls. Yeah, scroll kit for level 9 spells. We can sell our level 6 one. And we have a level 6 alchemist kit, which is the best one available. Let's just buy all the ingredients. Except we are hardly short of cash at this point. How'd you like my costume? My mum made it for me. Wealthy lady. So many stalls. I do not know where to look first. I know the feeling. Oh, another cloak of resistance +6. I'll definitely take that. And these are all just standard amulets, aren't they? We've got plenty of those. I think actually we've only got one amulet of Mighty Fist +5, so that's a good purchase. Today may be a holiday, but the market square is full of traders as usual. What are you up to, Woljif?
And this little gem comes straight out of the abyss. Nicked it from a pretty succubus in a demonic house of pleasure. The stone makes its owner a master of seduction and endows him with tremendous physical endurance. It's one of a kind. Oh, hey there, Chief. You're just in time.
Woljif shifts his attention from the mob of admiring townsfolk swarming his stall.
Just a minute, my valued customers. Yours truly needs to discuss some business here real quick. Don't wander off. Take a closer look at my wares. Everything for sale. Every single item is magical and unique.
So you're trying to fleece people. You're setting up a tourist trap. That's okay, Woljif. Woljif waves his hand and the gem he was holding disappears.
I saw how Regill interrogated that poor guy. Shoot him right out. I guess our Hell Knight doesn't know any other way to relax.
True. I like that they're talking about each other too. I hope they do more of that. It makes them feel more like a gang. Every item is magical, huh?
Yes, indeed. Would I lie about a thing like that?
Woljif winks at you conspiratorially. I see you're having fun.
You bet. I'm back home and everybody who used to wipe their feet on me is now lining up patiently for me to swindle them. Oh, it's a dream come true. Although, I admit, I never dreamed that half of them would be wearing paper horns to look like me. I guess it's kind of flattering.
Oh, I'm sad Lan's not here. Sure, he'd have a great time with this. What are you selling?
All kinds of useless trinkets. Junk, essentially. And they're lapping it up.
How's business going?
Never better. The customers just keep on coming. The money's pocket change compared to what we get from our missions, but I'm doing it for the love of it. I'm pulling fast ones left, right, and center, and they can't get enough. I can barely keep up spinning new stories about this junk. I don't even need to pick their pockets. They're happy to hand their coin over to me. But there's just one thing, Chief. I haven't seen a single guard approach my stall yet. Oh, and I'm dying to sell them something at triple the going rate. I want them clamoring to part with a couple months' salary for my wares. Give a friend a hand?
We're not going to tell him to stop scamming people. He can have his fun. Why would you sell anything to the guard?
Who knows? They were always giving me a hard time. Catching me in the act just as my purse was starting to bulge. Or giving me a thrashing in some back alley for my own good. And now, not a single guard's brave enough to approach me. I really want to stick it to them. Trick them, then have a good laugh at the idiots who used to chase after me, tripping over each other to shower me in coin.
And what can I do to help you?
Talk them into paying me a visit. You can tell them I've got something special for them. Every guard in this city knows Woljif Jefto, but you can start with the two hanging about nearby. They keep eyeballing me. Probably remembering the last time I got away from him, my pockets jingling with somebody else's coin. And if you come across any more, send them my way too.
Deal, I'll talk to the guards.
I knew I could count on you, Chief. Point them my way, and I'll take it from there.
Woljif rubs his hands together. He said there were two near his stall looking at him. Well, there's an Albrig here. I ain't got a single copper coin. Have you seen the lines for the merchants' nightmares? There's a blacksmith. Oh wow, you've got a lot of sabers. Nothing I'm that bothered with.
Oh, my back. Hail. The guard's looking after the well-being of the townsfolk, but keep your wits about you. Don't trust any of these swindlers.
Two old guards watching Woljif from afar stand up straight as they see you approaching.
Ah, my old joints. How can the Kenabres guard help you, citizen?
The second guard squints, peering at you. His neck gives a treacherous crack. Do you know Woljif?
That little yeah, we know the lad from when he was just a kid. We can spot an impersonator a mile away.
The guard rubs his side after his partner pokes him, then immediately begins to massage his aching back. You were going to call him a crook, weren't you?
That's right. See that dent in his left horn? That's my work. I clubbed him once. We've known Woljif for ages, that's why we watch him closely. So he doesn't do anything stupid or get himself in trouble.
So you dented his horn. I think, yeah, I don't feel bad about him scamming you as a little bit of revenge then. What is your connection to Woljif?
The law? What else? We've been trying to catch him stealing from people since he was about yay high. He's a real pro, but my back and joints aren't what they used to be. Haven't been for a while. So the little rascal almost always got away. Well, he's not running now, at least. Oh, my legs.
The guard leans forward, his hands on his knees.
Last time we met, he slid right between my legs as he fled. My back was killing me for a good month after that. When Woljif was a boy, we could catch him sometimes to try and beat some sense into him. Yeah, I mean, talk some sense into him. Anyway, it didn't work.
I feel like they should have a better retirement plan for guards, because you two aren't going to be much help if anything does go down. But at the same time, if you need to keep working, like, you're not going to quit on your own if there's no... Oh wow, just forgetting obvious words. What do they call it? Pension. There's no pension. There you go. Woljif is part of the commander's entourage. Why don't you trust him?
Yeah, lad's no chump. Made something of himself. Got copycats now. Good for him. People think he's a horned hero. Well, that's all well and good. And he might be doing some great things in the World Wound. But we remember him and his antics well. Hard to trust someone like that.
That was a weird stutter there.
Why does he keep peddling his junk? I'm just waiting for one of his customers to come running up to us in tears, saying they got robbed blind.
Why don't you take a closer look at his wares? I'm sure he has some healing items.
Oh, we can get healing at the healers. But anything he's selling's bound to be some worthless trinket. Well, there's plenty of fools ready to empty their wallets here as it is. We're just trying to make sure they still have their wallets at the end of it.
Woljif has something special for you. Maybe he's grown up, changed his ways, and simply wants to thank you.
What if the lad actually remembers us fondly? I mean, we did give him a whack or two, but that was for his own good.
I wouldn't bank on it, mate. The guards look at each other.
Oh, fine. Let's go take a look.
Please take a look. Don't be shy. What do you have, shopkeeper? Grand Festival Cloak and a Jester Hat. This Cloak of Resistance +7 grants its wearer... Oh, wow. That's amazing. Robe of Magna. These striking black robes are lined with glowing cracks and resemble flows of partially cooled magma. They allow the wearer not only to survive within areas of lava and magma, but also to conjure molten rock from the earth. The wearer gains immunity to fire damage. 3 times a day, the wearer of the robe can conjure great bursts of magma from deep below the surface. Once the magma arrives, it bursts from the ground in a geyser that showers a 20-foot radius. What's the Jester Cab do? Mental Perfection +6 grants this wearer a +5 competence bonus on persuasion skill checks if the wearer is an arcanist with the magic deceiver archetype. The save DC of few spells they cast is increased by 2. No, we'll take all of these. They all seem to be worth it. The wearer receives the effect of moderate fortification and a +8 armor bonus to constitution and strength. That's really good too. Woljif should be able to wear that, right? I wonder if it would still work in his griffin form. Now that's a lot of money. Let's sell some stuff back. I don't want to go completely broke. Let's go price in descending order. We've got lots of... okay, take the standard dagger. Savamelek's Spine. Oh, that might be good for a Regill too. I didn't even realise we had that. Whenever the wielder of this bow hits an enemy with it, the enemy becomes corrupted. Creatures corrupted this way suffer a -2 penalty on all ability scores. That would be really good for a Regill. Deal. We're gonna go broke at this festival. Brig, I've got better armor for you. Yeah, that's definitely better. And if the effect carries over while he's in his griffin form, that is incredible. Oh wait, hold on. We had a... yeah, I'm going to give that to myself, for sure. +7... Resistances +7 is really good. Frances' charming voice. This amulet makes... oh yeah, no, I remember getting this. Oh, okay, I probably didn't need to buy that amulet then. Oh well. The quality is decent, but I can see it's the work of an apprentice. How'd you like my costume? My mum made it for me.
A festival, a fair, and still nothing worth looking at. Huh? What? Is something wrong?
A young-looking guard looks at the stalls with both suspicion and barely hidden curiosity. It takes a while for him to notice you. You tell me.
Me? I just got a bit distracted. I mean, it's a festival. Merchants from all over Mendev are here, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing interesting at all. I want something, you know, something special. A talisman, like, to... it's nothing. I've been to all the stalls. There's nothing but junk.
Have you seen the wares of Woljif Jefto?
I've seen him. Didn't look at his goods, though. Maybe if it wasn't one of them horned louts selling, I'd take a look.
Ooh, yeah, you deserve to be scammed. Stop being racist to tieflings. Why don't you want to buy from Woljif?
Well, because it's not Woljif. Just another copycat. And even then, I don't want to have anything to do with him.
Is my impression right about you?
We met once before. My first night watch. Saw him at the haberdashery after he'd broken in. Caught him right as he was emptying the till. He dazzled me with his shadow thingy and said he'd curse me. I was scared and confused. And then he slipped away right under my nose. And he cursed me. He did. I haven't caught a single crook since. All of them just run off, like Woljif.
Maybe you should chase them? I don't know, I don't think that's Woljif's fault, mate. If you want something special, go to Woljif. He's the real deal. Nobody else has stocks like his.
Yeah, the real deal. Who cares? I wouldn't touch the real Woljif, or anyone impersonating him with a 10-foot pole. What if they curse me again, with something even worse? No thank you.
Oh, great, we can use Daeran's score for the diplomacy. Think about it. If Woljif wanted to curse anyone, you can bet he'd also be selling something to break that curse.
I'm telling you, it's not Woljif. Although that's probably for the best, right? Maybe his impersonator will have something valuable in his store. To the abyss with it. You're right. I'll go browse. Hopefully no one will curse me this time.
I doubt you'll be cursed. Probably scammed, though. So many people have descended on the city. I'm worried something might happen. It's not just you, Regill's worried too. Where did he run off to? Oh, he ran over here, okay. I still need to find a conversation for Arushale. My granny used to say that before the world wound, Kenabres was just a humble village. There were only 100 souls living here back then. They believed in all kinds of things, worshipped weird creatures, and did strange magic. It's a good thing the Inquisition's got rid of all those heathens, isn't that right? I don't usually... Sarkoris fell in just a few short months. The demons trampled and destroyed everything this wondrous and beautiful land used to be. It was then that Mendev stood up for all of Golarion and challenged the demons. That's all well and good, but whose land will Sarkoris be after we drive the demons out? Will it be ours? And the Temple of Desna is built in such a way that you can climb on its roof. You can see the bathing area of the Kenabres outdoor stream house from above. Okay, mate. That's an old wives' tale. The slope roof is steep, you'd fall to your death. I won't believe it till I see it. That was a productive conversation, I guess. Isra Voyle.
Good day.
A middle-aged woman of military bearing stands with her hands clasped behind her back, watching the streets. She seems to be scrutinizing each passerby, both individually and all at once. She gives you a short glance. Who are you?
Just an ordinary guard. I don't think my name is important. But, since you're asking, it's Isra Voyle.
I have a suspicion you're going to be important, because you're the only named guard I've met. What are you doing?
Keeping an eye on things. Although, to be honest, I'm expecting trouble. Just force of habit. I don't want anything to happen on my watch.
You seem okay. I'm still going to send you to get scammed by Woljif, but you're not as bad as the other ones. would you happen to know Woljif Jefto?
Do I know Woljif? Look around. Everyone knows him. Unfortunately. Ugh, yes, I know him. We only met once, but that was more than enough for me to remember him forever.
The guard waves... Oh, the guard waves her hand, pointing at the many townspeople dressed as Woljif. What happened between you and Woljif?
You don't know? I thought everyone in Kenabres knew the story of how Isera Voyle was disgraced and demoted because of... Well, let me start at the beginning. For 8 years, I was the warden of the Kenabres prison. 2 years ago, Woljif was caught stealing, again, and, as required by law, was placed in custody before his trial. We spoke for less than a minute, and even then my intuition was telling me I needed to stay sharp with this tiefling. It's a shame I didn't listen to it. A day later, Woljif escaped. We still don't know how he did it. The cell was locked, with no sign of forced entry. It wasn't enough for him just to escape, though. He went and ransacked the warden's office first. My office.
Oh dear.
Woljif slipped out of prison with 2 months' worth of guard salary. They were to be paid the next morning. And despite my impeccable record, I was demoted to patrol duty. Now I guard the streets, and no matter how many ruffians I put away, no matter how many lives I save, I will never get any recognition or gratitude. My career ended that day, and I've never encountered Woljif since.
Yeah, maybe it'd be a bad idea sending this person to Woljif, but we haven't got any option not to now. Do you know that Woljif is here in Kenabres today?
Well, sure. There's about 100 Woljifs loitering around today. Wait, you're serious? He had the nerve to show up here?
Why don't you pay him a visit? Woljif has a stall with rare goods nearby.
You know what? Yes, I will pay him a visit. I want to look him in the eye and see if I can find even a shadow of regret.
I feel a bit bad for you compared to the other ones. And maybe this might cause trouble for Woljif if we send her. Talking to mortals is so exciting. The giant fissure that once divided the market square has been covered with wooden boards. Each plank has been nailed tightly into place, and the sound of your footsteps echoes loudly as you move across them.
Corporal Sweeps, at your service.
The soldier straightens when he notices Regill's chevron and throws you a quick salute. A rough scar near his nose cuts a jagged line across his face.
Corporal, we are here to conduct an inspection. Shall we proceed, Commander?
Let's do the perception check. Inspect the wooden platform. You notice a few gaps between some of the boards, but the structure itself looks sturdy and well built. As you peer through the planks, you can see movement and the flicker of torches deep below. You can secure the fissure from above, but the biggest threats come from below. I can see something down in the chasm.
Yes, I can see it too. What is in the fissure, Corporal?
An eagle watch post. We anticipated that an enemy might try to enter Kenabres using the lower caves, so we set up an entire network of outposts beneath the city. If there's trouble down there, Iomedae forbid, we'll be the first to know.
Do you think someone could actually launch an attack on the city from the caves?
You bet. These caves extend far beyond Kenabres. Anyone could use them to sneak into the city. Right now, it's the easiest way to get past the walls.
You can't possibly keep watch over the entire cave system. You don't have enough soldiers.
You're right, Commander. We always need more soldiers. But the city guard helped our scouts explore and clear out the caves directly beneath this square and the adjacent streets. We collapsed all the other passageways. The guards thought it unnecessary, but the Watch Command decided it was better to be safe than sorry.
Okay, that sounds alright to me. I was going to say that if the city tunnels are that extensive, they should seal some of them. You said you'll be the first to know if there's trouble. How can you be so certain?
Some smart folks around here came up with this, sound warning system. I don't know how it works, but if even one person sounds the alarm in the caves, all the Eagle Watch posts, both above and below ground, will know that something's wrong.
The corporal smiles happily and points to a small bell attached to a nearby post. A long cord extends from the bell to the ground. Regill, do you have any questions for the corporal?
How is information shared during the festival between the posts on the surface and those below ground?
The post on the surface uses a hinged hatch to check in with the post below every 15 minutes. We use gestures to communicate.
How do you ensure that no one gets through the underground passageways between the lookout posts?
We built a few stone and wooden barricades between each post. It's nearly impossible to get past them without being noticed.
What would happen if an enemy overwhelmed your underground forces before they could sound an alarm?
Well, the enemy would have to figure out a way to reach the surface. The soldiers underground don't have ladders. We lower them up and down with ropes.
This sounds very thorough, Regill.
At ease, Corporal. I have no more questions.
Regill's rigid posture relaxes ever so slightly, though his face remains stern. What's next?
We are finished here.
The last time demons attacked, they had no trouble entering the city. They may have teleported into Kenabres, but the gate fell just as quickly as the city itself. Okay, so you're going over to the gate then. I hope nobody attacks us this time. Ah, there's a conversation for Arushale. Speak to the townsfolk.
Come on. I'm telling you that button is completely crooked. Hey, how's it going?
A young man dressed up as you nods in greeting.
Oh, look at those costumes. They are magnificent. The attention to detail is perfect. They look so real.
You are insufferable.
A woman in an ember costume rolls her eyes.
I wonder what they're arguing about.
Arushale whispers in your ear. Why don't you ask them?
All right, I will. Sorry to interrupt, but what are you two arguing about?
The importance of taking these costumes seriously. We're dressed up as important people. They're out there saving the world while my friend here can't sew a button on straight.
You need to relax, Commander. The man points at a button on his companion's costume.
My costume is meant to look ragged and tattered, including the buttons.
The button looks fine to me. I don't see anything wrong with it. What do you think?
Arushale tilts her head in interest as she studies the button. You do not notice anything unusual about the button. It looks like a normal button to me.
Thank you. Happy now? There's nothing wrong with my button. It's your eyes that need to be checked.
Really?
Arushale glances at the man's eyes in concern.
You really should take my advice on this.
The man shakes his head.
Fine. Who needs buttons on a costume like this anyway?
The woman rips off the button.
Also, your collar.
Dude, chill out.
You little...
Just between us, you'll bump into artists from the capital and even high-ranking officials at the festival today. Everyone is incognito, of course. A glorious festival. Hey, Greyball.
Enjoying yourself, Commander.
Greyball nods briefly, his pipe rocking on his lips. I am. And you?
I am. In my own company.
A dark, dense cloud of smoke rises from his pipe. What do you mean?
Look around, Commander.
Greyball looks around the street, his gaze flickering over each passerby. None of them are dressed up as him. Oh. Are you saying no one knows you're traveling with me?
Someone out there no doubt knows. But not here. For better or worse.
I can't tell if that upsets you or not.
I don't care.
Perception check. Yeah, there is tension in Greyboar's usually steady voice, and his ever-present pipe trembles restlessly every now and then. No matter how hard Greyboard tries to hide his feelings, it is obvious to you that he is hurt. I don't believe you.
I think the vain part of me was hoping to meet some admirers. That my fame would have reached at least a few people. I'm used to being inconspicuous. But I didn't plan on being inconspicuous today of all days. That's all.
Yeah, I get that, Greybore. Greybore exhales noisily and a cloud of smoke escapes from his pipe. Isn't it better for a bounty hunter to remain anonymous?
When I'm tracking a target, sure. But I have no active contracts in Kenabres. Usually, there are always a couple of people in big cities who are keen to meet with me. Most often, they're aristocrats, sometimes artistic types. Less often soldiers or guards. I hoped our connection would help boost my reputation. I was wrong. No one here knows about the hunter who travels with the commander.
Yeah, he is all about reputation, isn't he? So having no one know about him would ruin that a bit. You must have some fans here at the festival. I'll find them.
As you will, Commander.
Greyboard takes a deep breath as if he is about to argue with you, but after a moment he answers. We'll try out the drinks. Oh, let's bring a Ruchelet to a group of Ruchelets. Three people in Ruchelet costumes move towards you through the crowd. One of them, a young woman, waves at Ruchelet.
And she's not alone. Greetings, Commander.
Another young woman dressed as a Ruchelet gives you a curtsy. A tall tiefling smiles and nods.
Hi. Why are they dressed like that?
A Ruchelet leans in close and whispers in your ear. Why did you choose those costumes? A Ruchelet buries her face in her hands.
Isn't it obvious? Out of all the commander's companions, we like a Ruchelet the most.
Aww.
Yes! They say she is very pretty.
But she is a demon. A succubus. You are such lovely people, you shouldn't dress up like demons. They are monsters who will tear you to pieces and corrupt your souls.
A Ruchelet. You're proof that that's not always true.
Why are you saying such things? You're dressed up as a Ruchelet too.
The other Ruchelets look at one another in confusion.
Well, yes, but Sorry.
Still, why choose a Ruchelet? The commander has other companions.
You're joking, right? A Ruchelet isn't like other demons. She stood against them. A Ruchelet is the best.
Aww. A Ruchelet smiles and blushes.
I agree. There are so many stories and rumors about her. I've even heard that she's no longer a demon. I don't know if the rumor's true, but I hope it is. As a tiefling, I find her story so inspiring.
I saw a Ruchelet in Dresden once. I only caught a glimpse of her, but she is by far the prettiest companion. That's why I wanted to dress up as her.
I see. I think I understand now.
And why did you choose an Ruchelet costume?
Me?
Or, yeah, I think you can be open with them. These people like you. Maybe you should tell them the truth.
Tell them? All right, I will.
A Ruchelet looks terrified for a moment, then regains her composure.
This isn't a costume. I am a Ruchelet, but I don't want anyone to know. Can I trust you to keep my secret?
Really?
The young woman whispers in amazement.
I knew it. I knew you looked exactly like her. Hey, look who's...
Don't worry. We won't tell anyone.
The tiefling in the Ruchelet costume puts a hand over his friend's mouth and nods. Do you only allow people into your group if they are dressed like a Ruchelet?
Oh no,
That's right. We met at the gates and decided to stick together at the festival.
We would love for others to join our little group, but for now, it's just us. Although, it is fun to walk around as a group of Arushales. We look pretty amazing, right?
We will be going now. Enjoy the festival.
You can always come back if you get bored.
That was good for you to hear that, Arushale.
Hey, hello. I saw you watching us. Do you want to be friends?
Oh, I think the kid ran away.
What a cute little girl. I think she was watching us for quite a while.
Of course, we are the center of attention today.
You know, I've spent the last few years hiding in the shadows. It feels strange to have so many eyes on me now. I wonder what that little girl wanted. I hope we see her again.
Maybe she's another fan. I'm feeling optimistic. How long have I been going? I've still got time. Hey, Trevor. Who's there? Oh, Commander. This crowd is so noisy. It's like the arena. We'll take part in this competition, sure. Or just watch the competition of it, I guess. Get 'em! Yeah, I feel like it's going to take, rather than start up a bunch of new things, let's finish off the ones we've started. Enchanting music is coming from the Temple of Desna. Of course it is. So we'll talk to Ivu later. Daeran as well. Oh, no, we've just been brought into it.
Ah, another Commander impersonator. Ah, it seems I am blessed with the presence of the original. A carnival costume would have been made with more care.
Daeran examines you closely.
Well, you're in luck. I am pleased to offer you the extraordinary opportunity of participating in my little doppelganger competition as an honorary judge.
You're the center of attention, as always.
Of course. Where else would I be? Not all of the Commander's associates are surrounded by crowds of fans. It's a deeply pathetic sight. The fearsome bounty hunter pretending to enjoy his bitter loneliness.
Why not?
Wonderful! The qualifying round is concluded, and the finalists stand before you. What do you think? Who among them has best conveyed the incomparable splendor of my person? Who deserves the prize? No second places, no consolation prizes. In this competition, you're either the best, or you're wasting your time.
Did you say slender instead of splendor? Observe the contestants. The group selected for the final round is very diverse. Only 2 of them really look like Daeran, a male ASMR and a woman carefully made up to look like an ASMR, who exchange sharp glances. Next to them, a small boy in a simpler costume is staring at the Count, eyes shining in admiration. A little further away, a drunken half-orc is gulping wine from a bottle and swaying on his feet. At the feet of the group, a cat circles, rubbing against each of the contestants in turn. Some of them look nothing like you. How did they make it to the final round?
This contest is about imitation, not just costumes. The outfit is important, of course, but not as much as the performance.
I reckon he let the kid in because the kid likes him the most. Daeran, who would you give the prize to?
No. I didn't ask you to be the judge, just to do everything myself. Pick your favorite, and then I'll give the final verdict.
Okay, I want to talk to the contestants. Daeran's imitators look at you respectfully, except the drunkard, who is staring into his bottle, and the cat, who is currently interested in nothing but its hind leg. Address the man. Let's see if you can imitate Daeran.
Will I be able to imitate him? I was born for this. I am Count Arendelle, kissed at birth by heaven itself. I do not need makeup to impersonate anyone. No amount of blush will make me more beautiful than I already am.
That's a pretty good impersonation.
Many try to imitate me. What a pity that I defy imitation.
The double looks contemptuously at the woman disguised as an ASMR. What do you say, Daeran?
The costume is not bad, but the performance. Transparent desperation and trying too hard to belittle the other contestants. Count Arendelle does not need to puff himself up. It is already clear to everyone that he is the best.
I agree. He's looking down on the other contestants too much. You are dressed like Daeran, but can you act like him to the woman?
I have no need. Sorry, a second.
The woman's voice breaks and she shyly covers her mouth with her hand.
So these are the contestants. A brat, a drunkard, and this tongue-tied.
You're not winning.
Hush.
Having gathered her courage, the woman begins anew.
I have no need of introductions. Who has not heard of Daeran Arendelle, the brightest star in this city's dull firmament?
The woman makes a theatrical gesture.
Kenabres has become so much more boring without me. The townspeople, of course, dream of me returning, crowned with glory, and for the good times to return with me. Well, perhaps their dreams will come true. Or perhaps not. Who knows what I'll think of doing tomorrow.
What do you say, Daeran?
Brava, brava! Uniformly charming. The costume, the performance. Oh, and the actress herself.
Daeran claps his hands. Okay, the drunkard. No costume. Who do you think you're that good?
Yeah! I'm the Daeraniest Daeran here! Because I shit on costumes. And on this festival, and on you too! Everyone look at me! I'm Count Arendelle. I spit on everyone. I do what I want. And what I want is to drink, and screw, and show off.
I get the sense that you've pissed off this person at some point in the past. This sounds like it's carrying a grudge. After another swig from his bottle, the drunk belches loudly and wipes his mouth with his sleeve.
Who let this swine in here?
What? Not Daeran-y enough for you? Do you think your highborn vomit smells like cologne? Pfft, I don't give a shit what you think. I'm the best doppelganger here because I don't give a damn about you, myself, or this competition. Give me the prize, and I'll drink it all away.
The drunk spits at Daeran's feet. Yeah, this guy has a grudge. What do you say, Daeran?
I cannot tell if that was an attempt to embarrass or shock me. In any case, it failed. Too crude, my friend. And a point of clarification, the vomit resulting from the wine I drink does indeed have a more appealing bouquet than anything you have ever been served in your life.
Okay, the child. Go on, show me your Daeran.
I am Count Daeran. I am handsome, funny, and kind. When demons attacked my city, I became a cruise. I went to fight them because I'm brave and I'm not afraid of anyone. Run away, villains! Count Daeran is coming!
Child, aren't you a little young to be participating in such contests? Your costume is made of paper, you've barely memorized your speech, and yet here you are competing with adults.
I like this kid. What do you say, Daeran?
Oh, such childish innocence. How amusing it will be when this child grows up and learns what his heroes are really like.
Daeran grins, but you have already learned to tell when his carefree smile conceals annoyance. Oh, so you don't like the kid? Is the cat a contestant too? The cat rubs against your legs. It stretches sweetly, bites your ankle, and gives you a cute look, purring all the while. It's acting like you. I think I've seen enough.
In that case, I should like to hear the verdict.
I'm ready to choose the winner.
Steady on. I shall be the one to choose the winner. But not before I hear your opinion.
I mean, I feel like the cat had the best. It's biting, but also being affectionate as like a mask. I want to give it to the boy though, because the boy he seems to want it the most. But yeah, the cat. No question about it. The cat wins hands down.
Oh, that cat. No, I have to disqualify it. It would be unsportsmanlike to allow the cat to compete. It has too much of an advantage. All right, it is now time for my verdict. Decisive, final, and uncompromising. The victor is...
He's going to pick himself, isn't he? Daeran takes a dramatic pause while the contestants watch with bated breath.
This skillful lady.
Oh no, of course.
Her costume, her performance, and, of course, her natural charm. It is hard to imagine a better double.
I think he's just flirting, isn't he?
Tell me, are you opposed to receiving your prize in private?
Daeran.
Thank you, Count. It is a great honor for me. But forgive me, I cannot accept your generous invitation. I am married, after all.
What is this? My double actually has moral principles? You should have told me earlier. I would have disqualified you on the spot. Oh well, what can you do? A victory is a victory. Here you go.
Oh, I wish I'd picked the kid now. Daeran removes a gold signet ring from his finger and hands it to the woman.
That is the end of the contest. Thank you to all the losers. You may go. Thank you, too, for your help in judging. And on that note, allow me to take my leave.
I wonder if he would have actually picked the kid if we'd given him the choice. But that kid could have done with a gold signet ring from the looks of things. Don't worry about a thing, my lady. Rovus. You've got a name, but I can't interact with you. I'm going to remember that name. I hope I meet the real commander today. She's right here. We'll go and check the gate where Regill was.
Those are good costumes. Wait, those aren't costumes. They're real. Yeah. Begging your pardon. Didn't expect a visit from such distinguished guests. Sergeant Bushy Wolf, at your service.
The middle-aged dwarf stands at attention as he notices Regill's chevron. He gives you a quick salute.
Sergeant Wolf, we would like to know more about the security protocols here at the gate.
Oh, I'm happy to answer questions about that. Yeah, my subordinates have everything running like clockwork. What would you like to know?
We'll do the perception check. Inspect the gate and the surrounding walls. The heavy wooden gate looks brand new and has been reinforced with metal plates. You notice a strange apparatus attached to each hinge. It appears that the gate is controlled by some internal mechanism within the walls. This gate looks different. Has it been replaced since the attack on Kenabres?
Yes and no, Commander. This is the same gate and walls as before, but we completely dismantled and rebuilt them in the aftermath of the attack. You can barely recognize them now. Even Nerosian doesn't have gates this strong.
What kind of mechanism controls the gate?
Oh, you noticed? This is a gift from the capital. They sent us a massive pile of coils, levers, chains, and bobbins to build all these fancy mechanisms. We can open and close the gate 3 times faster than before.
Do you feel prepared, Sergeant?
Hope for the best and prepare for the worst. That's my motto. Just because we want things to go well doesn't mean they will. That's why the soldiers are here to keep watch. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Have you noticed anything unusual?
Aside from everybody dressing up as you, Commander. Of course, most of them don't resemble you at all, but some of them look just like you. It's uncanny. A few people dressed as your companions did try to sneak weapons into the square, but my soldiers quickly disarmed them. Granted, this was after they nearly let the scoundrels through. I have to keep a sharp eye on them, or they get lazy in their duties.
Regill, do you have any questions?
I want to hear from the soldier first. Sergeant, I would like a full account of the security arrangements at your post.
Yes, sir. As part of our efforts to keep the city secure, we have made several improvements to the gate in the market square. As per this morning's inspection, All mechanisms are in working order. Observation posts have been placed along the walls to provide an unrestricted view of the city and the market square. At the first sign of danger, these observation posts will signal for the gate to be shut. They have been equipped with torches and alchemist smoke for this purpose.
At ease, Wolf.
Are you sure you don't want to ask anything else, Regill?
Yes. I have already come to a conclusion.
Shall we move on?
Yes, I have seen enough.
These guards, you want to go see Woljif's stall? No? The stage is currently empty and no one gives it a second glance as they walk past. Everything seems completely normal. A halfling stands on a crate nearby, watchful and ready.
Greetings. Lieutenant Leva Eicheltane of the Eagle Watch at your service. An inspection, I presume.
The halfling stands to attention on the crate, her hands clasped behind her back. Her gaze sweeps over the surrounding area, lingering on you for only a moment. Well, she seems observant.
You presume correctly, Lieutenant. We have questions for you.
Regill's voice is as hard as steel.
I'll answer your questions, but I'd like to remain at my post if you don't mind.
The lieutenant nods at the crate beneath her feet. We'll do the perception check, inspect the stage and its surroundings. The platform of the stage offers a view of the entire area, including the few groups of Eagle Watch soldiers scattered throughout the square. From this perspective, you can see that their placement is not as random as it first seemed. They have been stationed in these positions for a reason. Are you in charge of stage security?
Stage square and the adjacent streets. All of the watch soldiers here are under my command and supervision.
Regill, you had questions for the lieutenant?
Some of the guards are lingering idly by the market stalls. Soldiers are scattered haphazardly throughout the square. Their posts seem to have been assigned arbitrarily. Explain this, Lieutenant.
The city guards are not under my authority. While they may shirk their duties, my watch soldiers do not. You may believe them to be idle, but if you observe the surrounding area from here, I think you will come to a different conclusion. Each group of soldiers is stationed within view of at least 2 others. Patrol routes are concentrated in areas where there is a high likelihood of criminal activity.
I do detect a certain logic.
Regill looks around carefully. His gaze lingers on the position of each post until he finally gives a curt nod. Do you disagree with the placement of these lookout posts?
I would not say that. The strategy is questionable, but the reasoning is sound. From the position, the lieutenant will be able to quickly identify a threat if it is signaled from one of the surrounding posts. However, this brings me to another question. You do not have enough soldiers here. Are you sure you will be able to defend this city?
We do not want a heavy security presence to dampen today's festivities. However, we have soldiers posted everywhere, even if you can't see them. They're inside houses and towers, even the chapel and the temple. They are keeping a careful watch on everything that is happening in the vicinity.
You may have a lot of soldiers at your command, but you're here by yourself. How will you let them know? How will you let them know if something goes wrong?
Lieutenant, what will you do if there is a threat? You are standing alone on a crate in the middle of the square.
I have these. Signal flares. A little help from the alchemists. I can shake one and toss it up and everyone will know there's trouble.
That will suffice. Carry on, Lieutenant. Commander, a word.
Regill nods thoughtfully and turns away.
I am rarely wrong in my initial judgments, Commander. But today is one such occasion. I must admit, the Eagle Watch have taken measures to improve the city's defenses after the demon attack on Kenabres.
Are you saying the city is well protected?
No. The Eagle Watch have learned from the mistakes of the city guard. However, their forces alone are not enough. And there are still gaps in their strategy that need to be addressed. Still, their overall approach is sound.
What are you going to do next?
While the city's defenses seem to be in good order, my instincts tell me that something's wrong. Call it a hunch. And to forestall your next question, no. Your presence is no longer required. I will take things from here.
Well, in that case, I'll take my leave. Let's reconvene later.
Commander.
I do trust Regill's gut. The brightly decorated stage can be seen from almost every corner of the central square. Let's dance. Yeah, we'll just go and do 2 spins and then leave. That's not what I call dancing. You should see me at weddings. Oh. Hold on. Huh? Where's my purse? I've been robbed in broad daylight. What seems to be the problem, madam? You've got people being fleeced right under your noses. That's what the problem is. Wait a minute. Have we got ourselves some competition? I bet Sister Kenabres may will want to know about them. Oh, is she here too? Thieves in the city. Find Sister Kenabres.
If there's gold, it's
The spilled wine has left a sticky stain on the pavement. It looks like someone has stepped in it. Hit the training dummy. Okay. Well, we broke it. Where did this prisoner guy run off to? So many people have descended on the city. I'm worried something might happen. Is there a trail of wine? Can't see a trail. Did we send enough of the guards to Woljif? Oh yeah, he's surrounded now. And here come the guards of Kenabres. So many familiar faces. You all have something in common. You all tried to catch me, and I escaped from each of you. Life took an unexpected turn, and I won't finish the sentence. I want to thank you, to offer you something special, and that's what this I have in my hand? A rusty old chain link? No, 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 take a closer look. What? I wanted to talk. What's this garbage? He's up to no good. This link is from the chain that bound Baphomet himself in his terrible labyrinth. I managed to snatch it, and it comes with incredible power. What a load of... Really? Yeah, right. The chain that bound the mighty Baphomet didn't just absorb his power, it also granted him the strength he needed to survive Asmodeus' prison, and to break out of it. Is he winning them over? The little chain link can heal any of its wearer's ailments and lift any curse. It gives you the strength to never give up and always achieve your goals. I want to see if they actually buy it. Heal any ailment, just like that. Any curse? I need this. And you're really going to give us such a special thing to one of us? I didn't think you could change for the better. You guys are idiots. Changed? Who? Me? Haven't you? You're offering us this rare and special item rather than keeping it for yourself. Yeah, of course. I've changed for the better, so I'm offering you this. Here's... You know what? I'll keep it for myself. You guards don't deserve it. Is this him feeling bad about conning them? Disperse. The shop is closed. There are no more special goods for sale. Ugh, we just wasted our time standing in line for you, brat. Maybe there's still something interesting left. I have savings. It seems that I was not mistaken after all. You've changed, Woljif, for the better. Yeah, I think he has changed for the better. I don't know what came over me. I suddenly realised that I don't hold a grudge against these fools anymore. But what a story! I've wasted on that piece of iron. But what a story I've wasted on that piece of iron. He sighs. Well, good for you, Woljif. I guess do we just need to find one more conversation for Arushale? There's apparently a stage performance going on. Well, that looks just like me. A curious scene unfolds before you. An impersonator, the spitting image of you, is just finishing up a colourful demonstration of magic tricks that vaguely resemble your mythic abilities. The performance seems to be delighting the audience and has gathered quite a crowd.
People of Kenabres, I, the Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade, have come. Our battle against the greatest enemy the world has ever seen is finally nearing its end. Today, you, each of you, can help us win!
Your impersonator indicates an open chest in front of her with a sweeping gesture. The townspeople, inspired by the commander's personal presence at their festival, eagerly throw coins into the chest's yawning mouth. Examine the double. Every part of the imposter matches you perfectly. Her face, her clothes, even her movements. For a moment, it seems that the blessing of Elysium and Desna herself envelops her silhouette, but the feeling subsides quickly. Whatever magic your copycat is using, it is remarkably powerful. Who are you?
Didn't you hear? I am the one whom you so carefully imitate. I am your idol and the savior of Golarion, the Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade herself.
I feel like if this was an honest fundraising attempt, you wouldn't be... Like, you seem like you're trying to actually con people by pretending to be me rather than being like, oh, you know, support the crusade and here's a commander impersonator to do it. What magic did you just use?
These powers were granted to me by fate itself, and only I possess them. My might is beyond the comprehension of ordinary people.
Why would the Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade need to be begging for coins from our own citizens? Whispers of doubt ripple through the crowd.
As leader of the crusade, it would be foolish of me not to attend a celebration held in my honor. It would be even more foolish not to speak to my followers and give them the opportunity to show their full support for my victory in this endless war.
Cheers of approval and the clinking of thrown coins drown out the questions of those few who doubt the authenticity of the commander standing before them. But she does look like the real commander, so I'm not going to say that. I could give her a coin. You know what, sure, I'm not going to call her out. Throw her a coin to blend in with the crowd. The imposter looks at you in surprise. It seems that she expected something very different from you. After a moment, she turns away with a small shrug.
Citizens, each coin donated today will serve in a battle against the demonic scourge.
The pretender deftly grabs the chest of coins and melts into the crowd, vanishing from sight.
Would you look at that? Robbing honest people in plain sight without even flinching. That's not something everyone can do.
Coughing, the elderly tiefling beggar next to you nods at the stage where your imposter had just been standing. Look closely at the beggar. The beggar is a tiefling dressed in dirty rags. Thin, greasy strands of hair fall over his wrinkled face, and he holds a hole-riddled mug in his shaken fingers. There is half a copper coin at the bottom of it, the same as the one sent to you with your invitation to the festival. Show the beggar your half of the coin. It seems you're the one I'm looking for.
Greetings, Commander.
The tiefling's raspy voice becomes quiet and soft, and something in his posture, his facial expressions, and his gaze changes subtly. You are no longer looking at a feeble old man, but a seasoned warrior. Are you the head of the Kenabres chapter of the Eagle Watch?
Call me Rovus.
The tiefling closes his eyes and gives you a slight nod. Why are you dressed like that?
Watching the crowd is more convenient this way. There is no better disguise than a beggar's rags. You're not just invisible. People voluntarily avert their gaze from you.
What made you decide to talk to me now?
The performance alarmed me. Someone impersonating you and profiting off a gullible audience is not surprising in itself. But there was more to it in this case.
What do you mean?
I found it suspicious how similar she was to you. Also that magic trick. The usual charlatans couldn't pull that off. It's not that easy to fake the commander's powers.
Do you have any idea who it might be?
Not yet, but I'll know for sure soon. My people are already on the case. If something turns up, I will inform you immediately.
I like the sound of this guy. Do you find anything else suspicious?
Sorry, allergies.
Rover scratches his nose.
I've not seen anything more suspicious than that performance today. But then, the day has only just begun.
Do you think I should be afraid of this imposter?
If she's acting alone, then no. You will most likely not see her again. But if someone else is working with the imposter, let's just say it's too early to raise the alarm. But I do recommend staying vigilant.
I want to ask you something.
And you can do just that. Later. A long conversation between someone like you and a dirty beggar will attract unwanted attention. I'm just here to warn you about a possible threat.
Well, thank you for letting me know. I'll be careful.
I should get some food while there's still something left to eat.
The tiefling nods slightly and immediately breaks into a coughing fit.
You are the commander.
Oh, hello. An elf-like young man with blue-black eyes and skin looks at you. His gaze unblinking. His image is shrouded in a murky haze. Yes, I am the commander. Who are you?
My name is Dreamer. I am the steward of the Echo of Fury Arena, which holds the power of the mightiest creatures to ever exist. I am here to offer you entertainment unlike any you will find at this insipid celebration. My master invites you to his arena. You will not tolerate refusal.
Oh, I didn't realize this would trigger I still have companion stuff to do. The creature's hand obscures your view and everything around you is enveloped by a thick haze. Ah. I didn't realize that would take me out of the festival. I should have known the stage was going to trigger a certain, like... Oh. Okay, let's just check if we, Okay, so these quests are still active, so they're not, they've not been, yeah, they've not been removed, so we should still be able to do them. What time is it? 1:54. Okay, I might leave this here for now, seeing as this is more of a thing. So I think next time I'll come back and we'll do... I like that it remembered the party that I like to have. Yeah, I'll stop this there for now. I guess next time we'll come back and see what's going on here, as we've just been kidnapped away from the festival. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to keep following the series, I'll be posting daily, so you can subscribe. Or if you want to leave a like or a comment, I would very much appreciate that. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Bye.